Thank you guys for listening. Our sponsor today is Chimera Coffee. Go to chimeracoffee.com. Type in the coupon code Show the Art and save some money on some nootropic infused coffee from the Dominican Republic. Now let's get to the show. Three, two, one.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back and better than ever. Right? How long has it been?
A week.
It's been a week, man. Feels like it's been forever. We got a lot to talk about, guys.
Less than a week.
You're listening to the Show the Art podcast. We're your boys, your homies, your friends, your host, Ames, and my boy with me is Abe.
Yes.
How you feeling, man?
Good. Excellent, man.
You feeling better now?
I'm feeling better.
Are you getting revved up? Is the caffeine coursing through thy veins?
My brain synapses are firing.
I wonder why.
Dude, it's this Chimera Coffee.
Oh. And you're going to see in the video, if I post up this video, man, I caught him brewing some coffee, and it was Chimera Coffee.
It was candid.
Yeah.
It wasn't even...
It wasn't planned, guys.
It wasn't planned.
Mm-hmm. We didn't script this. We didn't go home and say, okay, you're going to...
this show is not scripted.
We ain't about that life, man. Right?
We ain't.
All right, so crazy busy week, man. We have a lot to talk about. Hopefully we get this under an hour because we got to train in a bit. But let's start off with your trip, man. If you guys didn't know, Abe took a nice little trip over to Texas.
To Austin, Texas.
There you go. I was going to try to make the accent, but no, I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
So how was Austin? Why did you go?
Austin was great, man. Marcos and I went down to watch the ONNIT Invitational, be part of that. Take the Eddie Bravo seminar and mingle, make connections, meet with all these people that are going to be there. And there were many people, and we got to meet a bunch of cool people, and I'm very excited with the outcome of the tournament and how the trip went. It was great.
Well, any highlights? What were your top three, or give me like 2, 3, or one highlight that you're taking from this trip?
I mean, it was amazing experience. I've never been to one of Eddie Bravo's seminars, so it was amazing experience to go. Nice. He's a very, very good instructor. He's really good at teaching seminars because he kind of captures you and he tells stories, and he's very detail oriented too. So it's not like he's just giving you step 1, 2, 3. Yeah. He's giving you backstories of why they're important and things like that. And sometimes he does talk a little too long. The seminar was 3 hours, a little more than that.
It?
But it's great, it was great.
If you like people,
that's what you're there for.
Yeah, exactly. The experience or whatever. One cool thing, what you're saying is just like, even as you're speaking, you're an artist. You know what I mean? Like you paint a picture and you for a way to people to see, kind of comprehend and break it down a little bit. So
yeah, man. And I learned a lot from that because I want to start doing more seminars. We actually did a seminar out there.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask. How was that?
Yeah, that was good. We did it at the Void Martial Arts Academy.
That sounds
in Austin, Texas. It was a cool...
Shout out to the Void.
Yeah, really cool people. There was there's I don't know, 14, 15 people there.
Okay.
Small seminar.
Yeah.
But it was good. Everybody was very receptive to what we were teaching.
Dope.
To our teaching method, our style.
What'd you go over? No secrets?
You got to pay for that seminar, dog.
Secrets have no friends. I get you, man. We'll talk about it after.
You've honestly probably learned it already.
I know. I was going to think of a joke, but I couldn't think of it. But dope, man.
Here, I mean.
Yeah.
Learn.
I probably,
Yeah, probably not. I've definitely done it on you before.
Okay.
So,
I probably have a counter to that. So, guys,
perfect.
If
Thank
you went to that seminar, be careful, okay? Because it's whatever.
But
whatever
it was
you
good,
taught probably shitty.
Yeah, but it was
Unless Marcos taught it.
Don't listen.
If Marcos taught it, then it was. There's no way you're gonna beat that technique. If Abe taught you,
I'd throw it away.
Throw it away. Never to be seen again.
Smile, entertain him, but
just know you wasted
30 minutes.
You wait. You could have bought a nice cup of coffee of Chimera coffee.
I'd rather wait online at Starbucks.
I'd rather go to Dunkin' Donuts than go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then drink both of them at the same time. No.
Yeah, so, it was a good trip.
That's
and
cool,
then
man.
the Eddie Bravo seminar again, because I want to start doing more seminars.
Okay.
I tried to take notes, mental notes, and learn how he's doing it, how he's weaving through this
Nice.
the seminar and how he teaches, and he did a couple good things that I'm gonna take from. So
okay.
that was a positive. And then the ONNIT Invitational itself was great.
Dope. Was it packed? It looked like.
Yeah, it was packed. It was packed.
It looked like it was popular.
Very good tournament.
Hey, shout out to Curtis Hembrov. Received his black belt over
Correct.
the weekend, man.
Yeah,
So if you're listening, man, awesome job.
Yeah, he got it at the end of the Eddie Bravo seminar.
Oh,
I kind of had a feeling.
Yeah.
Because it was like too perfect not to, you know?
I get you.
But I hear
him,
great things about Curtis, so really happy for him.
Nice.
Really cool guy, really nice guy. I didn't get to train with him because we didn't really do any training, but you know, he got it at the end of the seminar, and then you know, he put together the whole ONNIT Invitational.
Damn.
I believe he had help, somebody else, but you know, he was the main guy.
Okay.
He runs the 10th Planet School inside the ONNIT Academy, which is humongous.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how big
humongous.
Is it?
Oh my God.
Well, what did it like when you walked in there? What did that room or what did that building look like?
How about I tell you the first time Marcos and I walked in?
Okay.
This will just set it off for you. So it's crazy. So we land in Austin. We go pick up the rent-a-car, which is another story in itself.
Okay. We'll save that for another time.
Yeah, it's really funny. Big Red. Shout out to Big Red. So then we drive back to the Airbnb. Shout out to this lady, beautiful home. We got the whole home. It was nice.
Oh, nice.
It was great. Airbnb. Shout out to Airbnb.
Yeah.
They're doing big things. It's great. It's way better than a hotel. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we're like, let's go eat because we haven't eaten.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, we'll go to ONNIT Academy. So that's what we did. We went to this place called Eureka. They serve burgers. I got the bone marrow burger. What?
Oh, damn. Bone marrow.
Yeah.
Oh, so, it's probably like butter.
It was like butter. So what they did was they infused the bone marrow broth with the meat, and then they cooked it, and then they poured it all over the top, and then they serve it to you, and it's like.
How much was it, like $5? Because everything in Texas is super cheap, man.
No, it was like $10,
okay,
but
so
it's a burger spot.
Yeah,
it was normal. Yeah. You go to Bobby's Burger Pal, same prices.
Same thing, man. Probably even better.
Actually, that one was a little bit more expensive because it was like bone marrow. It was like a special one, but everything else on the menu was very affordable. Yeah. I think that one was like $12.
Yeah, don't be cheap. Get good food, man.
And then we got these.
Don't go to McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go into it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just a good place.
Okay.
Eureka in Austin. Check it out. Downtown.
Okay.
Boom. So then we're on the way back. Luckily, ONNIT Academy is right next to where we were staying and kind of in the middle of the airport and where we were staying.
Oh.
So it was perfect.
Okay.
So we're on the way back. We find the place. It's in this warehouse area, you know, where all these big warehouses. I think this is just my assumption. This is what Marcos and I pieced together. I think they have their lab there where they do everything.
Okay.
And then they bought warehouse space next to it.
Okay.
For the offices and the gym. So there's two sections right next to each other. It's the offices area and the gym area.
That makes sense.
So we go there. Curtis is expecting us. He said he's going to be there for a second. Yeah. So we walk into the main entrance, which is to the lobby and the offices. We didn't walk into the gym section because we weren't sure. Yeah. So we walk in. It's the main lobby. Beautiful. Yeah. And you know, we're like, hey, Curtis is expecting us. Nice. You know, we just want to see if he's around. So she goes over, and we, looking through, it's kind of open space. Yeah. So we're looking, and we see a bunch of people, and it looks like this midway room. Okay. With a table, like a small cafeteria, like a small kitchen within the space. Like it's not like a cafeteria. It's just a small, little table. So we see a bunch of people, and Curtis was right there. So he walks over. Hey, what's up, man? Meet and greet. Yeah. He's like, hey, let me show you guys around. Let me give you the tour. Nice. So immediately we keep walking towards where he was sitting. Hey, I'd like you guys to meet somebody. This is Abe and Marcos. They're from Show the Art. Really cool guys. Yeah. Hi, my name is John Wolf. Nice to meet you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're that guy.
Fanboy.
Hi, Joe DeFranco. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Joe DeFranco.
Hi, my name is this. Hi, what the?
That's crazy.
I'm in this crazy realm. So, right off the bat, those guys are just
alphas.
They're just hanging out. Wow. They're just chilling.
That's crazy.
Because they work.
Joe DeFranco.
Yeah.
Deep ass voice. Right?
Deep ass voice. So cool guys.
Yeah.
We say what's up to those guys. And then What was next? Then he keeps he keeps taking us, through the doors.
Okay.
And then we walk past this room, and he stops. He shows us inside, and it's this dark room with computers everywhere.
Yeah.
And like cool shit on the walls, like drawings and like
artwork.
Okay. But it's dimmed, and just a bunch of people working. He's like, this is the bloodline right here. This is where everything happens. This is all the all the graphics get done here, all the marketing stuff, everything. He's like, this room, this is the shit. There was like 20 computers in there. It's an operation.
Damn.
It's a big operation.
Doing big things.
Yeah, and it was really cool to see that. Like, wow, that's it. That's the heartbeat. Yeah. So we keep walking. Excuse me. We keep walking, and now seamlessly the gym and the offices kind of
disappear.
They float together, like, because it's almost like one big space but separated by walls.
Okay.
So you can go from the offices to the
training facilities.
Training facilities. Yeah. So we, upon leaving that area, usually I think that area no one can go to unless they work there.
Okay.
And he was just giving us a tour.
Nice.
So we kept going. We missed another whole section to the right.
Okay.
Probably where like the owner's offices are and stuff like that. So we kept going, and now this was the first big room that we saw, and this is where the jiu-jitsu classes are held, and I can imagine other big classes. And you've seen it. If you follow 10th Planet Austin, you see that big room. It says 10th Planet banner.
Huge, man.
Huge room. So that was the first room we saw, and it was cool. We saw it. But they had the big rig. There's a big rig that they hang from the ceiling with all the lights on it. They were still building that.
Okay, got it.
So then from there's a hallway, long hallway, to that big ONNIT workout room that you always see pictures of. Everybody, there's a turf and big banners. But in that hallway, we're walking down there in the shadows.
Edgy bruv.
Nope. Aubrey Marcus himself. Just walking down. And he's like, hey guys, I want you to meet Aubrey. He's the I don't even think he
runs shit.
He runs shit. And he's like, Aubrey, this is Abe and Marcos. They're from Show the Art. They're helping out today. He's like, nice to meet you guys.
Nice, man.
And he's just chilling. I mean, that's his place, obviously. But tall guy.
Is he?
He's really tall. I didn't realize. Obviously, he's in shape. He works out there. But
he's chiseled.
I was like, man, I didn't imagine this guy that tall for some reason.
Footer?
He's like 6'2".
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's tall as hell.
Damn.
But I'm not that tall, so maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's pretty tall.
No, I mean, we're average.
We're 5'9", 5'10",
5'9", 5'10".
So he's a tall SOB.
Yeah, you know what? Because I always see him in podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't realize how tall some people are. And he's one of those guys.
Exactly.
Like Conan O'Brien, you don't realize how tall he is.
He's like 7 feet tall, right?
Yeah, man. He's like 6'5", 6'7". He's a tall dude, man. But he's seated.
Exactly.
So it's just like the back, your spine is usually at the same length. It's just your femurs. But I don't want to go into that. But go on.
But that's interesting, yeah. So, we stop by. They're chit-chatting about the day, and we're kind of just standing there like, all right, Aubrey and Curtis are talking.
Yeah.
What should we do?
Just look around.
Yeah. So, as we're walking down that hallway, they finish talking. But as you walk down that hallway, there's a room there. It's like another fitness room, but it's like a room. And then you keep going down that hallway, and now you get into that big room with the rafters and the all the weights and all the equipment and it's amazing. It's a sight to see.
Dope. Was Christian over there? Did you get to see him?
Christian who?
Placencia.
He was. I guess he was. I didn't. There was so much going on. I didn't get a chance to connect with him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I had. I did tell him that I was coming, and then I forgot to get in contact. And then I thought of him, and I'm like, crap. But I thought of him the day of the tournament, and there was literally
Super
just so
busy.
much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And then Sunday they're closed, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we got the grand tour. They showed us around. They have the ONNIT Cafe in the front of the gym, so it's like a little cafe.
Yeah.
I'm drinking one of the things inspired by what they serve in the.
Within the tropics.
Yeah. No, so they serve like pretty much all their products in like smoothie form and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like this is their matcha chai green tea.
Yeah.
And I put grass-fed butter, MCT oil, and yerba mate tea.
Oh, I haven't even heard of yerba mate.
Look it up. It's like a caffeinated tea. It's very good.
I dig it.
But yeah, they blend all these things and make smoothies, and you could put alpha brain in your smoothie, whatever you want. Dope spot.
That's dope, man.
Dope spot.
So then, I had a good visual tour when my manager was running wild at that place. So
you would have loved it.
How did the tournament go? Smoothly? Anyone that we should be looking out for? Who impressed you? All that good stuff, man.
Yeah, the tournament went really smooth. There was a lot of impressive matches going on. And a lot of matches that were. It was a good mix. Like,
was the guy that won the same one that won at your tournament?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There's two divisions. There was like a 170 8-man bracket and a 150 8-man bracket.
Okay.
And the guy that won the 170, PJ Barch.
Yeah.
He just got his black belt under Gio and Richie Martinez, the Freak Brothers, and he won our tournament.
Yeah.
He won our last tournament.
Okay.
In epic fashion.
Nice.
In epic fashion. Go online, go to Show the Art YouTube page, check it out. Finishers Show the Art 2, and check out the final. The last match it was the last match of the entire event for us.
The best one.
The best one because him and the guy in the finals were going back and forth. No one subbed each other. EBI overtime rules. You take the back or you take the armbar spiderweb position, and then you keep going back and forth. There's 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And then if no one submits each other in 3 rounds, we calculate the times, and whoever has the less amount of time being controlled.
Okay.
So PJ went second. So that means when it's his turn at the end, there's a countdown timer as opposed to because now we know exactly how much time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we can literally calculate everything before the last round and say, all right, PJ, you literally have only 50 seconds to escape. Otherwise, after that guy had less time than you.
Okay.
So PJ, now it's even more exciting when there's a countdown timer.
Yeah,
right?
that is
because now everybody knows.
Is this Eddie Bravo?
He did that like one of the tournaments before.
Okay.
But I guess he still does it, but it hasn't had to happen.
I think from the ones I've watched, it's just like they tallied up at the end and then they announce who won. That countdown's pretty dope, man.
I think he did it. I think he did it once.
Okay, cool.
And then I don't know why he doesn't do it. Yeah. But PJ won in literally the last 5 seconds.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
And he won because he escaped.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Escape artist.
So PJ won.
Yeah, the only reason I knew I had a feeling well, I recognized him is because that rash guard that he had. That San Diego type, that yellow, that mustard.
But if you noticed,
brown.
he's wearing a black one now. He was wearing a yellow one or a brown belt one at our tournament.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I didn't catch that.
Because he got his black belt actually a few weeks ago he got his black belt.
Good for him, man. Good
so
for him.
PJ is impressive. He stood out. Definitely want to have him on the podcast.
Okay.
The winner of the 150, I can't believe I forgot his name, but I'll check him out. Check him out on it. Invitational 3, the 150-pound division winner. Okay. He was very impressive. Nice. There's another guy who lost to PJ in the finals, Lucas Valente. Very impressive. Okay. And he's impressive because he's an IBJJF. He's a gi guy. He competes in all the IBJJF tournaments. He doesn't face too many heel hook threats and leg lock threats in competition. And all the no-gi guys that do sub-only, they clown on the gi guys for doing tournaments that are point-oriented and control-oriented. But this guy was super impressive. Nice. He was beating people, subbing people, and I think he lost in the finals in overtime, too. I don't even think he got... Actually, that was probably the best match of the whole friggin' because he man, if it was points, he might have beat PJ
I get you.
There's a couple times where PJ had him in a bad spot, and then he completely reversed it.
Nice.
And
that's pretty exciting.
Beautiful match.
That's exciting, man.
So I want to have him on the podcast. I already talked to him. He's cool.
Cool.
So it was a great event.
Nice. I gotta watch the replays, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
That should be a lot of stuff in jiu-jitsu going on, man. I'm pretty excited. I think, is it this weekend? Felipe Pena, everything at 540 Club, man, because that stuff is heating up.
Yeah. So this weekend, Studio 540 is putting on some super fights. Felipe Pena versus Gordon Ryan, 1 hour sub only match.
That's gonna be
impressive. Gary Tonin is facing Kim
Terra,
who's Kyle Terra's brother, who is very impressive.
Who's older?
Good question.
No.
Good question.
I just wondered.
Yeah, good question.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that's getting heated.
And then Gordon's younger brother, Nicky Ryan, is fighting Cobrinia's son, Kennedy, in another sub-only match. Another one that's going to be very exciting. Yeah, very exciting because
I want to see where everyone matches up with each other, man, because this is fun stuff, man.
Very fun stuff.
Yeah, man. So if you're not doing anything, go get subscribe or get a package, whatever that is, for Flow Grappling to watch it, man, because that thing is gonna be dope.
Yeah, Flow Grappling. They streamed the Submission Underground tournament last weekend, which John Jones defeated Dan Henderson by Kimura.
The size difference.
Oh my God! Yeah,
I didn't realize.
Oh my God!
The size.
John Jones is a huge.
He looked like
guy.
Dan Henderson looked like a little kid.
Yeah. So imagine if they fought MMA, because that was the fight that was supposed to happen.
Man.
Yeah.
The size difference, that was ridiculous, man. The size difference between those two. He made him look like a welterweight.
Yeah.
Right? John Jones is huge, man.
Humongous.
Huge.
Yeah.
Who won? Misha Tate.
Misha won in overtime.
Dope. Okay.
Good match.
Okay, cool, man.
So there was also shout out to Phil Schwartz of 10th Planet. Portland? Yeah, I think Portland.
Okay.
Him and Nate Orchard run a school. And he's a brown belt. Really cool guy. And he won his match.
Oh, okay.
Very impressive, very exciting fashion.
Dope.
So shout out to Phil Schwartz.
Nice, man.
The Schwarzenegger.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I know.
Let's go back to the 540. Who do you have?
Damn, I don't know, man. For which match? All of them?
All of them.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm just, the feeling is, it's like, man, I'm scared for all the guys facing the Death Squad. Just because they're so dangerous, man. It's just, they're at that thing right now, whatever. They're just like.
If anything, I give the advantage to Gordon.
Okay.
Because he's
that rule set?
Because he's been fighting in that rule set, whereas Felipe hasn't. He's been fighting in a different rule set. And Gordon just did no time limit match with Keenan Cornelius for like 90 minutes. So he knows what to expect.
Exactly.
Whereas Felipe might not.
Yeah.
It's hard to train for those things. So I give Gordon the advantage in that fight.
Yeah.
Kim Tara and what's his name? Gary? I don't know. I don't know. Kim Tara's a beast. Gary's a beast. Gary keeps impressing everybody. Yeah. Maybe I'll give it to Gary because he's been super impressive and been a little bit more consistent with super fights than Kim, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Kim's a beast, so. And Kim trains with Kyle Tara, his brother, who's top 3 in the world, hands down. So, and then Kennedy versus Nikki, I don't friggin' know, man.
It's fun.
I don't freaking know.
It's like when you look at everything on paper or look at it on paper, it's just like, man, who is gonna come out? The only reason why I give like the Death Squad an edge is just because they have that experience with rule set. Just with that rule set. Other than that, I love. Well, I'm gonna be pulling for Felipe Pena just because I like Felipe Pena.
Yeah.
Well, you put me on him like I think a year
versus
ago.
Yuri.
Yeah, that match I'll never forget. So moving on, man. What you want to get into?
UFC,
man. You want to go this past weekend, this past
Hell
card?
Yeah.
What a card, man.
Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis.
What a card.
Dude, that was the match that I wasn't even paying attention to as much. Yeah. That's the crazy part.
Absolutely.
Great fight.
Absolutely. It's just you're spent from watching all these great matches.
Great explanation, man. Spent.
Yeah. And it was late too.
Yeah.
So actually it wasn't probably late for you because we're only an hour
ahead.
Yeah,
it was only an hour, but I was tired,
Yeah.
But it was cool watching that event because after the ONNIT Invitational, we all went to this bar.
That's dope.
So I'm sitting at the sports bar with Marcos, my jiu-jitsu coach, longtime friend. Zach and Jay, I'm friends of mine.
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo.
Oh, nice.
Lance Palmer, MMA coach and fighter. Danny Castillo, MMA coach and fighter. Brendan Shaw, Big Brown.
Oh.
Aubrey Marcus.
So all you guys.
All of us are there just chilling. And a bunch of other guys. The guys from Jiu-Jitsu Podcast. Joey, I was talking to him. Great guy, cool guy. They run the Jiu-Jitsu Podcast. And his squad. Who else? Am I missing somebody?
Keep name dropping, brother.
In and out. Boom, bang, boom.
But there's a lot
Eves Edwards was there. Boom, bing. But I didn't get to talk to him. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Love him. He's a great fighter. I wish I got to talk to him, but I was tired.
It was packed.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And
I wonder what anyone who wasn't with you guys, who was like a fan of like MMA, jiu-jitsu, they would fanboy the hell out, man.
Yeah.
They would just nut themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Straight up.
And I walked in and saw them like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let me get an autograph.
The thing is, there was a couple of people in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that were fanboying. But, it's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Man.
If you get to, imagine you getting to watch basketball with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, dude.
You're going to be super excited because that's one of your favorite players.
Did anyone come up at the bar to say what's up to the guys like Eddie or Brendan Schaub?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you guys are watching at the bar, right? Like
No. It's like a sports bar, so you could stand anywhere. No one was actually at the bar table.
No, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like any boys, like any dudes, fanboys come up like, oh man,
I don't
huge
know.
fan. Okay,
Probably.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of people that were at the ONNIT Invitational,
Gotcha.
trying to chat it up with them.
True.
And I said, "What's up?" But I don't know. I
You're
was trying to
focused
watch
on
the
fight.
fights.
Yeah. So let's get back into the fights.
Boom.
Which one was your favorite fight? It had to be
Cub Swanson and DooHOO
what a
Choi.
fight,
And we
man.
talked about this.
I know we did. And we're wrong. I thought DooHOO Choi was gonna win, but you know what? It's just
It was so
Cub
close.
Swanson is just so unpredictable. Like he'll throw like a leg kick all of a sudden with an overhand left. It's,
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. And he got DooHOO Choi to kind of fight the fight that he wanted.
Correct. And DooHOO wasn't landing the shots that were putting people out before. I mean, he was landing it, but it wasn't putting Cub out. So maybe that.
Yo, props to Cub Swanson.
Take a
Props
punch.
props to both of them. More to Choi because he ate a lot more punches. His head must have whipped back like 30 times, man.
I don't know how he was not knocked out
Right?
on a few occasions.
Yeah,
It's
man.
crazy.
Him and then Cub Swanson. People who get hit by that right from DooHOO Choi usually
Collapse.
go night
They
night.
crumble.
They go night.
We talked
night,
about
homie.
DooHOO.
Yeah.
About being DooHOO McChoi, the
That's
Conor,
Yeah,
the
no,
Korean
see,
Conor
yeah,
McGregor. You
yeah.
know that right hand he's got.
He was eating those punches like Nate Diaz was eating Conor McGregor's punches. You know what I mean? But he wasn't getting he wouldn't get knocked down from the precision.
Crazy.
Yeah, but it was what a great fight, man.
Amazing. And Cub, he was saying like I didn't really get hurt too much.
Okay.
He's like a body shot hurt me bad, and I had to go on the defensive. But he's like a couple times I went on the defensive because I was tired. So I started covering up and backing up and shelling up because I wanted to recharge my battery so I can come back. And he's like, after the first round, we realized the strategy that we had, the countering, wasn't the best idea because he was doing a lot of fakes.
Yeah.
So what his corner told him to do was pressure now. After the first round, let's start pressuring. He's not hitting you as much. He doesn't like being pressured. He's normally pressuring guys.
That's true.
So that's what Cub started doing. It takes a lot out of you to pressure somebody.
Yeah, it does,
So
man.
when you see that, it makes sense. Like, hey, a couple times, you're weathering the storm on purpose because you're tired.
Yeah. Also, it makes sense that he was getting tired because he, not unlike DooHOO Choi, who's more technical and precise with his movements and his throws and his punches, Cub Swanson comes from like all angles, different places. So it might take a little more energy to get those kicks or punches through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And Cub Swanson is like, he's unorthodox, but not really.
Yeah.
Like his stance, the way his body moves is not unorthodox, but he literally just tries to zone in on a spot and hit it. He doesn't matter where his body is positioned as long as he's bounced.
As long as he connects.
Yeah. So, like his body positioning is by the book, but everything else is not. Whereas DooHOO, everything's by the book, you know?
It is. Yeah,
stance, balance, he throws really crisp punches, but Cub is a warrior and he showed how much of a veteran he is, man.
It's funny because my wife was watching and she goes, Cub Swanson doesn't look like a nice guy. And I replied to her, the only reason why he doesn't look like a nice guy is because he's facing DooHOO Choi, who just looks like a young kid without any tattoos. But I bet you if you put another fighter right next, if you put Max Holloway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of a sudden they both look like nice
Hell
guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of freaking Max Holloway,
oh my God,
what a monster, man! Even if Anthony Pettis didn't hurt his hand.
Yeah,
I think
even if Anthony Pettis didn't miss weight and get drained, I mean, Anthony Pettis had a couple things going wrong for him for that fight.
Okay.
He was too drained, so he missed weight. But you know what? When you miss weight because you stopped weight cutting because you were too tired,
you save some in the tank.
You do save some in the tank, I believe.
Yeah.
But also, he hurt his hand on one of the first punches.
Yeah.
Still, man. The way they were fighting, it was like, fuck.
One thing I love about Max Holloway is he goes for body blows, man. He throws like with intention. He tries to take you, like chop you down like a tree, man. Yeah. His last fight, who was it against? Ricardo Lamas. Same thing, body.
Yeah.
Bang,
bang,
man. And then all of a sudden, freaking took his ass down. Was it third round?
Yeah.
Second, yeah.
I was very impressed. Sorry. I picked Anthony Pettis. On paper, I thought Anthony Pettis was going to win. I didn't doubt Max Holloway. Okay. Like, I wasn't surprised.
You just didn't think he was that good?
No, I just thought when you match two guys up, this guy would win. It's simple as that.
Okay, I get it.
And I tried to put, factors in line, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, props to Max Holloway. The brother.
Right? Yeah. Shout out to Hawaii. Where's he from?
He's from
Waianae, Hawaii, man. So shout out to him.
He's from White Eye, Hawaii, man.
I
Like,
wanna
he's
mess
doing
it
it
up,
good.
So shout out to him, man. That was a great fight.
Hell
The
yeah.
Donal Cerrone,
Oh my God.
Matt Brown, and what happened? I
Oh.
wish people around me when I called it. Once they hugged it out and gave each other like
You're like, it's a wrap?
It's a wrap, man. It is a wrap. And then when he got knocked out, I'm like, I had just that gut feeling.
Why?
Just because it's like that mental thing. It's just like Cerrone probably felt a little more relaxed. Matt Brown kind of like when you take yourself out, when he's your enemy the whole time, and all of a sudden he's your friend for that final round, or like you give him props, it kind of takes like a slight mental edge, man.
For most people, it takes the mental edge down.
Yeah.
For Cerrone, for some reason, that turns it up for him.
Yeah.
Almost like he's way more relaxed, like as if
It's like
being
he's sparring.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It turned into more of like a spar, and then he look. It sounded like a baseball bat, like
Ka-dunk.
hormone,
Dude.
and he went out,
Dude,
man.
he countered the jab.
Oh,
And Matt Brown, I would love to talk to him and see, hey, did you see that Matt Brown, after most jabs, was ducking his head down? Because he countered that jab, and it looked like he was going to do a jab of his own and switched it right to a switch kick.
His switch kick is so fast, man.
Lightning.
Like, sometimes if you're not paying attention, you wouldn't realize it was a switch kick.
Yes.
It's that
fast,
man. He's probably done it so many times that
But
it just...
think about it, too. The sensibility to see at that very moment his head is dipping that way. Switch kick is the perfect weapon. It's high-level shit.
That's high-level.
It's high-level shit. And what was even more impressive, honestly, because we've seen Donal Cerrone knock people out. His last fight was just as impressive.
Yeah.
What was more impressive to me was he faced adversity on
He did,
two
man.
occasions. He got put in a triangle choke when he shouldn't have. And what did he do? Patience, escaped, no problem, clockwork. And then he got dropped too.
Yeah, man.
And survived it and came back.
That when he got caught in that accidental triangle, because he just chased him
Yeah.
on the way down.
Yeah.
I was like, you got it. Don't end it like this, because I'm a huge dog.
That was scary.
Yeah, man. What did he do? What right moves did he do to get out of that?
I got to look back at it because
Okay.
I was like so amped up.
I know, man.
But it looked like he just had a good posture.
Yeah.
He kept his arm from going across.
Got it.
And I think he just postured up. And when you're tired,
Yeah.
and somebody stands up and you have a triangle, unless you like are ahead, like as they stand up, you're doing a crunch and you're sitting up.
Because his posture, the one thing I noticed, his posture is really good.
Yeah, I think he went right to posture and stood up. And you know what? In MMA, you could get slammed. So Matt Brown, that was probably in the back of his mind too. Like,
okay.
yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
But it was just like clockwork
Good
defense.
technique, yeah, good
he didn't
technique.
slouch on the defense. Yeah,
man. Yeah.
You know, triangles can be relatively easy to get out of if you're setting yourself up from the jump. But if you slack in the beginning with the posture,
you're hit.
You're done.
It's a wrap, man.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Yeah, you gotta get right up. That's one, like, not like I know a lot, but one thing, it's just like Mayday, like the alarms start setting off. Once I get caught, I try to get up. And it always happens. If I'm slow to it, I get choked out real quick. Yeah, I tap out real fast.
I always say, like, you have to have a sense of urgency. It doesn't have to be the whole fight, but, you know, when you get caught in a sub, sense of urgency should go up to the roof as soon as it gets put in. Unless you've been there plenty of times and you know, like, all right, this is a Kimura. I know I could get out of Kimuras. I get out of them all the time. I have setups after I get out. Like, Kimura's a little different. There's a little bit more room to breathe.
Yeah.
But, like, a choke, there's not
a lot
much room to
different.
breathe,
man.
literally.
It's a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a great fight, man.
And then Kelvin Gastelum versus Tim
my
Kennedy.
gosh,
Let me
man.
tell you what I was experiencing during that fight.
Okay.
So Donal Cerrone and Tim Kennedy were training at the ONNIT Academy for the last couple of weeks, you know, getting in shape there. I don't know who they were training with MMA-wise, but they were getting in shape there. So Tim Kennedy is kind of an ONNIT guy. He's an ONNIT-sponsored guy.
Yeah.
They sponsor him.
Yeah.
They sponsor Cerrone, too. Kelvin is a 10th Planet guy.
Oh.
Like, he trains at 10th Planet
he
somewhere.
Does.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah.
So most of the ONNIT guys are rooting for Tim Kennedy, including Aubrey Marcus, and I'm watching him the whole time. He's just kind of like nervous, like that's your boy. That's your boy fighting.
Yeah.
And the whole time, Eddie Bravo's screaming for Kelvin to win. Beat his ass in the middle of this bar. So everyone's on edge, nervous, and Eddie's like, "Fuck him up!" Like, it was so funny because he was against everybody. You know,
That's
it was funny.
He's the one guy.
Yeah. I mean, he was making it known that he was against, and you could tell like everyone knew that Tim Kennedy was an on it guy.
Yeah.
And Eddie's
he's
like
the black sheep.
Yeah.
He was a black sheep. He enjoys that. He's the black sheep on a normal regular.
No filter.
Yeah, so he
No
don't give a
filter,
damn,
Eddie
man.
Bravo. Yeah.
So that's cool. What I missed was what people are saying is like the knockout of the year. That spinning kick.
Vanetta?
Yeah.
I missed that too, but I
Okay.
saw the highlight. Guy is an animal.
Yeah. It was it like Edson Barbosa, Terry Edom type? Oof.
Maybe a little better. I'll tell you why. Because there was a clean setup right before. Whereas the Edson Barbosa one, they were moving, pause, boom, and the guy got caught slipping. Yeah. Just like when Anderson hit Vitor. Sometimes when you pause, the guy's waiting
for something.
And you're like, I know something's coming. And then as soon as it comes out, you're a little too late to react because you're anticipating too much. So that's what happened with the Edson Barbosa. I think the guy froze a little, boom, and then he caught him. But with Vanetta, they were moving, and he kind of set up like a little kick or a little fake. I forgot which one it was, but he set something up, and then the guy moved towards the spinning kick. He moved towards Vanetta's left.
Yeah.
And boom, right into it.
Damn.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Man, I still gotta watch. I want to watch the fight, not just the thing, because I want to see it come out of nowhere.
Hell yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that was, what a great thing.
Show.
Look,
Did we miss any fights?
No.
Probably not.
No, we missed that Emil Meek. I didn't see that
Meek
one.
Mill? He fought?
He's
What
called,
the hell?
He's called the Viking. Badass.
Yeah.
So he won, but moving on. Let's get into fight night on Fox. Finally, an early show.
Okay.
The Karate Hottie.
Michelle Watterson versus
Paige Van Zandt.
PVZ, right? Yeah.
Yeah, PVC.
Yeah, that's going to be a great PVC pipe. What did you say?
That's what I thought. I was like, did you say PVC? Guess not. No, but that one's gonna be a fun card. The 3 fights that they're gonna have is gonna be pretty fun, man. What's it? That one is the main event. I think Uriah Faber versus homeboy from England.
Crap, how did we forget his name?
God.
But also,
Yep.
Also, what's his name?
Let me get to Pickett. Brad
Pickett.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
That's gonna be, and it's gonna be Uriah's last fight, man.
Yeah.
Win or lose,
Yeah.
it's gonna be his last fight, and then we got Super Sage
Northcutt versus
Northcutt.
Yeah.
Versus Mickey Gall, Mr. New Jersey. I'm going for Mickey. You guys see from New Jersey.
Yeah, I like Mickey. I like his fighting style. I think he's more of a complete fighter than Sage.
Yes.
But Sage is a beast, man.
Yeah.
You can't deny him. The interesting is Sage is moving up to fight him. Sage was at 155. He's fighting at 170 just to fight this guy.
Oh, interesting. They're probably.
Oh,
there goes my phone.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Battle of the Youngins. This is going to be a good fight.
Man. Who do you got with this one?
This is like a Barbie doll event.
It is, man.
You got Michelle Watterson, Paige Van Zandt,
oh, yeah.
Mickey Gall, Sage Northcutt.
Uriah Faber. Jeez. No, Alan Juban.
Alan Juban's fighting too?
Man.
Oh, my God. Who's he fighting?
He's facing Mike Perry.
Oh, yeah, that's a good fight too.
Yeah, man.
This is a supermodel event.
And Brad Pickett.
Yeah. In England, he's probably a handsome fellow in England.
So overseas.
Not in America. In America, we like sage-looking people and
we want sagey-looking dudes.
Yeah. And Alan Juban.
That guy's a stud.
Dude, Alan Juban versus Mike Perry is going to be
That's going to be a barn burn. Yeah,
that might be the best fight of the night, honestly.
That's one you're most excited about. I can see that one.
Yeah.
That one's going to be
That's
going to
be a barn burn.
What is, do you know where he trains at, Alan Juban?
He's a 10th Planet guy.
Okay.
But I forget where else he trains.
Nice. Because I was watching the previews on Fox Sports, and Mickey Gall went to TriStar for his camp. Which
he goes and
cool.
trains
I want to see.
Yeah.
I'd like to go
He
there.
did the whole camp there?
Yeah, he did a whole camp there. Because
Nice.
he was like saying like,
he needs the best guys.
Yeah.
He needs to train with George St. Pierre and Faraz and
it's a hot. Imagine learning from that guy. That's one guy I would
can't imagine.
love to learn from.
Yeah.
Man. Just
I'm gonna
just
make a trip
wealth
out there to talk to him.
If you do,
I will.
I'll go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go because
Seriously.
Montreal. I love road trips.
It's like 8-hour drive, right?
No, 6.
6?
Montreal is 6 hours.
Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal.
Wee.
I was gonna say we could get some poutine, but I'm not big on fries.
I'm not into like gravy and shit.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Poutine.
Yeah.
You suck my
Poutine your ass out of here. I hope, none of you Canadian fans get butthurt.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I
They're
love
good.
Canada though.
Yeah, I love
Canada's dope.
Montreal is beautiful,
Yeah.
man. We gotta go.
I haven't been to there yet, but
I'll
I'd
take
love
a
to go.
Yeah.
I'll take you.
Hopefully, take a trip before my son is born.
Boom. Let's do it. It's
Right?
done.
Yeah.
It's a done deal.
All right. So, who do we got? Let's Juban versus Mike Perry.
I'm picking Joban.
Yeah.
Experience and the fighting style. He's able to keep the distance movement, whereas Mike Perry, he likes to throw bombs.
Yeah. Okay.
So you need to keep
Yeah.
the bomb guy at the end of your punch, make him miss a lot. I think that's
see.
what will happen.
So when
Yes.
what do you do to counter someone with just a nasty right hand or that nasty cross? So someone.
What do you do to counter them?
Yeah.
To counter them or to defeat that cross, to not let it land?
Both.
Man, so there's a couple of trains of thought. One, it's like keep the distance and always move towards their opposite hand, right?
Okay.
So if their right hand is powerful and it's in the back, that's their cross.
Yeah.
You move towards their left side, so you keep
Yeah.
circling that way.
Gotcha.
And you could throw kicks. Some people say if you throw a high kick towards that hand often,
Okay.
it forces them to kind of block.
Use it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But if you throw high kicks the other way, they can block with the other and
And
throw
then
and counter with that
unload.
bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get
So
you.
plus also another train of thought is kicking that hand weakens it, gets it a little
Yeah.
tired, gets it a little sore,
I get you.
makes you rethink it, gets you hesitating.
Because I'm thinking
yeah.
like if I'm facing someone like McGregor, who it's his left. What's his nasty?
Yeah,
what's his,
he's a southpaw, so it's his left.
So his left. Every time I'm watching, if I'm like, man, what would I do? Like someone like DooHOO Choi,
Yeah.
who just couldn't load a right at anything.
Yeah.
Like, what would I do? So I was meaning to ask. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I got to ask
a
that.
guy with a heart. Another thing you could do is take out his front leg.
Okay.
Just constantly front
Yeah.
leg kicks, roundhouse,
Got you.
inside roundhouse, outside roundhouse, and wait for them to throw that kick, boom, and smack that leg as they're throwing the kick. That's
Got
when most of the weight will be on that leg. When you throw that rear hand power, most of the weight is going to be on that front leg.
Gotcha.
Whether you're taught that or not, most of
Yeah.
it's going to be on that front leg.
So,
So if you kick that leg at that time, boom, the knee could
Timber.
buckle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So that's a good, or front kicks. Also, going for takedowns, man, GSP style. Keep them guessing, get them on their toes. As far as countering,
so good at that, man.
yeah.
But
But as far as actually the counter,
Yeah.
like a counter strike,
yeah,
there's so many things you could do. Depends on
Dip.
what you're good at.
yeah,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you could slip. It's hard. It's hard to.
yeah, it's tough. So let's move on. Faber Pickett.
I'm gonna go
Uriah.
Brad Pickett.
You're gonna. I'll go Uriah then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uriah's
Just 'cause
good.
I think he's gonna end off. He's gonna end off.
A
Riding
high
to
note.
sunset.
I mean, it is in his hometown in
yeah.
Sacramento,
Mhm.
but I think I'm gonna pick Brad Pickett. He's too nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could go. He could put Uriah night. He could.
Sure.
He could put him to sleep. I said he could put him to night. That doesn't even make sense. A lot of stuff I say doesn't make sense
True.
anyway, so
True.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
All right, Sage versus Mickey.
Super Sage Northcutt versus Mickey the Ball Gall. Is that his nickname?
Where did you get
The
that?
Ball Gall? No,
I have
Is
no
that
idea.
Mickey Gall
Yeah.
Bladder. Is that his
Go-
nickname?
What's
No,
Mickey's
Mickey's cool.
last? Yeah, whatever.
He doesn't have a nickname, I believe.
Mickey,
I'm gonna pick Mickey on this one.
yeah, via tap out.
I feel that Mickey has a better all around game,
Yeah.
and he's a bigger guy,
Oh, true.
and he cuts to get to that weight, whereas Sage is actually gaining weight or
Mhm.
not cutting weight at all to get to 170.
Yeah.
So Mickey's a bigger guy.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I have Mickey winning just because he just seems more experienced. Well, that ground, I think the ground game.
But
is
he
good.
doesn't have more experience in MMA bouts.
No, I'm talking about ground game wise.
Okay, gotcha.
Ground game wise, I just think he has the upper hand
He
in there.
does.
Not only that, I used to go, okay, whoever's coming down in weight usually I'll pick them to win. But when who is it? When McGregor went to go fight Eddie Alvarez, he went up to a weight class above. And then when Pettis fought Anthony Pettis,
When
Pettis went down to fight Max Holloway.
Yeah.
So now my train of thought is like I don't use that as much.
Yeah,
but I
for
get
sure.
what you're saying or whatever.
You're right though.
Yeah, recently.
Yes,
I
very
don't
true.
remember a lot of things, but recently.
But you know what? A factor is it's not necessarily the weight cutting.
Yeah.
It's the size of the opponent. Like
true.
Mickey Gall seems like a much taller, longer
He
guy.
does. Yeah.
So
I can't wait to see how they look in the cage, because I remember I didn't know the size of Eddie Eddie Alvarez and McGregor. I
McGregor.
thought Eddie was gonna be like. I
no,
thought he was
Connor's
gonna
a
be huge.
big
Connor's
ball.
a big dude.
But
man.
here's another
I
thing.
forget that he was.
Ames, here's
170.
another thing.
Yeah, give it to me.
155. The difference between featherweight and lightweight is 10 pounds. 155 and 145.
Okay.
So Anthony Pettis and Max Holloway are already going to be the same
yeah,
size.
Yeah, you're right.
Conor McGregor moving up to 155 from 145. He's already kind of that
and he fought
size.
at 170.
Yes.
So that makes okay.
So
Shot feel.
150 to 170 lightweight to. That's a bigger gap. That's 15 pounds.
That is, and he's coming down in weight.
Yeah.
I want to see the size difference between these two, but either way, I think Mickey's gonna
and
win.
Mickey's he's a slim, slender.
Yeah.
You know, he's got muscle, but he's skinny.
He's probably really tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sage is
He's a super lean. He's just lean
super lean muscle ball,
No,
ready to explode
Wait.
in the cage.
Wait. Run it back.
He's a muscle ball ready to explode. Hey, did you hear that Holly Holm is fighting some lady for the inaugural featherweight title?
Nice.
They passed on.
Why did Cyborg pass on that?
Apparently, Cyborg was like, "Hey, the last weight cut. I've been nursing injuries. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
I just need one more month. I just need March instead of February." And they're like, "Oh, she doesn't want to fight. Let's get somebody else."
So they needed that Brooklyn. Is that Brooklyn card?
Brooklyn. I believe so.
Damn,
but
that would've been
still,
dope
man,
watching, like, she should.
it's kind of retarded.
But it's money.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I think, they just didn't want to wait. You know, they didn't
They'll
want to
probably
wait.
give her the next shot at it. So
Of course.
sooner or later,
Yeah.
Cyborg is going to be
The
the
best
champion.
thing that can happen is Holly Holm finishes this girl quick,
Yeah.
and now you have this huge fight.
Yeah.
Instead of Holly Holm Cyborg for the first belt, and then you eliminate all contenders,
Yeah.
you have Holly Holm versus somebody else.
Yeah.
Let's say Holly beats her because Holly is the favorite. Now you have the champion already face. You know, you have more fights at
I like
featherweight.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
That's fine. If Holly Holm wins it, Holly Holmes, is it Holm?
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm. If Holly Holm wins it, I'd like to see Cyborg take that away from her. Not in like a mean way. It's just like to win that championship and just like it's a good setup.
I feel Holly Holm, out of all the women, has the best chance of
because her striking game
beating Cyborg. Yes,
I get
it's
you.
the way her striking works.
Okay.
You know, a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she has the best chance of beating a Cyborg.
I get you. That makes sense.
And she's tall. She's not going to be outsized.
She's rangy.
Yeah.
She can use that range.
So we'll see, man. It's going to be a good dude.
That'd be a good fight, man. That'd actually be a really good fight. Finally, man.
It's about time. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Can't
Can't say that we told you so, but we told you.
Another fight that was just announced: Stefan Struve versus Junior Dos Santos, #2.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be sick, man.
You know what? I really thought Struve would. His length would like really take people apart, but he's that chin man that people put him to sleep. And then, so on that note, guys, we don't really gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
It's not anytime soon.
I love Stefan Struve.
Yeah, we actually gotta go. We have to train. Abe is going to show me that technique that he taught at the seminar, so I'm super excited not to use it after he teaches it. So, guys, we really hope you enjoyed this podcast. It's been a while, so if you do, like share, subscribe, rate us on iTunes, on anything, guys.
Follow us on Instagram at ShowTheArtX, at ShowTheArtPodcast, at AmesYPY, at ShowTheArtAbe, at Yo Mama's house.
At your daddy's house. And hit up subscribe to the newsletter, guys. We have a lot of fun stuff going on, teaching new things, giving out a lot of good stuff. We have new products coming out.
Yeah, we have new products, shirts, whatever. Also, go to finishersjujitsu.com. We have our January 28th date for the Finishers Show the Art Sub Only #3.
Yeah, man.
We have a couple of super fights, including Grace Gundrum.
That's what I want to ask you. We'll get into that.
Yeah. And if you know anybody who owns a company that would love to sponsor, oh man, Badr Hari versus Vito. Yeah, we'll talk about that next time. And check us out. Give us an email at showtheart@gmail.com if you're interested in sponsors. So boom.
We out, man.
Peace.
We peace. Later.